over how to do training for integrated reliability, and we're also going to go over some elements of the analysis. So first, I'm going to use a different project just because it's already coded, and we can look at the analysis charts on there. So I'm going to go ahead and load that project. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do some training. Once you code a good percentage of your data, what you can do is you can go into the training center and you can create a test. Your tests are designed so that you can obtain a Cohen's kappa score for your integrated reliability. For every test that you create and then another user takes, you can click on that test and it'll show you what your scores are for that test. It took us 3 times to get there. Each time we got a little bit better as we had to dwindle down and redefine our codes and then go back and recode. And then finally we got to a 0.76, which is where we landed on the last time. But in order to create a test, you'll go down here to the bottom right corner and you hit create new test. It will load slowly. If you weighted your codes, then you do a code weight. You could do a code weighting test. If you're just doing the application of codes, you can do a code application test. Go ahead and hit next. Here's where you would pick the codes that you want to include. I'm going to pick a few. The thing is whatever code you pick have to be coded at least 2 times to be able to be tested. So once you pick the codes that you want to use, you hit next. And then you're going to pick the documents that you want to use. Or the excerpts, not the documents, I'm sorry, all the excerpts that you want to use. I just went ahead and hit select all, but you can hand select whichever ones you want to use. And then you hit next. You give your test a name. And you hit save. And then there's the test, and any active users that has permission can come and take the test. Another thing is, once you have taken a test and you see where your overall score is, you can also double click on that test and get a better idea of exactly where you're matching and where you're lacking. As you can see, there's some areas that, like right here, belief that the condition is obesity, we didn't match too highly on, or self-advocacy, self-education, and self-diagnosis. You can also view code applications, and you can go in and you can see that the trainer tagged, we both tagged this one, coded this one exactly the same. That one we coded the same, that one we coded the same. So you can look here at the difference. See here, the trainer tagged this as lack of medical support. And the trainee didn't tag it as that. So you can review all your discrepancies and see where your areas are, and then, go back and re-communicate and then start over with the coding scheme until you finally get a Cohen's kappa that is suitable. So that's essentially the training, one other thing I want to show you about training really quickly is if you create a test, and you do a code application test, and you select several codes, waiting for it to load, and then you select your document. If then you give it a name. If there's any codes that you selected that aren't coded at least twice, this will come up with a list of all the ones that you can't code for. So the only thing to do at this point is to go back and either remove those codes or select more excerpts and try to get all those codes included, meaning they were at least coded twice. So that's just something to pay attention to when you choose how much of your document you're going to code. If you only code 20%, it's harder to make sure that all your codes are used at least twice. So that's it for training, and then the next demo